Congratulations to Shakur Stevenson. Once Shakur heard the Tom and Jerry narrative, agenda, criticism, whatever you want to call it, he turned to Spike tonight. It was none of that Tom and Jerry shit. They said it was Jerry versus Jerry. Nah, Shakur was Spike tonight. If you don't know who that is, that's the dog from Tom and Jerry. Shakur brought his dog out tonight. And usually you box the fighter. However, Shakur fought the fighter, which is a no-no. Now, some people may blame Turkey influence for making Shakur fight the fighter instead of boxing the fighter, taking more risk since Turkey is the one paying the bills. Some people may say styles make fights. I say it's a little bit of both. Now, as far as the fight, it went exactly how I predicted. Zepeda brought the fight to Shakur. The reason why the fight was entertaining is because Zepeda was willing to take risk in order to win. Other fighters don't, which creates a slower pace, and this is a proof of it. You can't blame Shakur for everything. You have to blame Shakur opponents because Shakur doesn't even move that much. We saw that tonight. Zepeda early on, though, he didn't stop letting his hands go. It was until the second half where Zepeda punch output slowed down because of the counterpunching and the body shots along with the pace. It's hard to throw that many punches along with keeping the pressure on and having the instinct to react, things of that sort. All of that takes energy. So Zepeda, without a doubt, slowed down during the second half, and that's when Shakur took over. However, early on, though, they were going 50-50. This was a war. Now, even though Shakur deserves all the flowers for the performance he put on, especially after all the criticism he's been receiving. However, my criticism is none of that unprofessional Tom and Jerry running bullshit. My criticism comes from a legit position since I view Shakur as what he is, one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the game. Top 3, top 5. Since we got Crawford and so many great fighters in the game right now. That being said, even though it was hella impressive seeing Shakur dodge punches like Goku Ultra Instinct, I didn't like how Shakur wasn't using his jab. I know Shakur uses his jab for defense. His coordination is different than other offensive fighters with the jab, but I felt that Shakur could have had still used his jab to land and slow down Zepeda, especially when he was coming in. Also, counter Zepeda while throwing, not after he throws. I'm talking about in the middle of his combination. I didn't think Shakur did that enough. He was mainly countering Zepeda after Zepeda finished throwing. Therefore, Shakur could have had done better. Zepeda was using his jab even. That should have had reminded Shakur to use his jab more. Nevertheless, old media got exactly what they wanted, which is Shakur getting hit more. So congratulations to Shakur for the spectacular fight. On the other hand, Zepeda, this was his version of Barrera Morales, even though he clearly lost. However, this loss is so big for Zepeda since he actually did well in that it's bigger than every Zepeda win. So this is a good look on his resume. The fact that he was in there with Shakur and gave him his best fight. That's a huge accomplishment. So go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of AKHi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.